Yeah, obvious, we got a problem here. And it's more than just Alvin streaming Punisher. When life begins to suck, who's reporting it? Luckily, you got two friends who you won't forget. Coming live, Alvin and friend on survival. Laughing non-stop, case drops on a cycle. Louder than intrusive thoughts off an iPhone. How they make the world seem bright with the lights off. AFs, it might as well stay up. Lies being told like that dinosaur BS. Magnifying glass to the ground if they don't see us. Having the time, roasting your favorite pizza. Bougie ain't an option, it's the wage. Take it to the grave, add moving to the place. You already know when they take the case. Laugh the pain away, it's affirmative murder.
Hello and welcome to another Affirmative Murder mini-sode. I'm Alvin Williams. Fran, what's going on, my guy?
Ain't not, man. Hey, we got some emails today, but there's one email in particular that I'm interested in hearing, so I hope you're doing that.
We did some pre-production. I'm aware that you've been getting intel from the listeners of
I have, yes.
funneling through the emails, which is cheating. But whatever, that's fine. We usually do a random drawing, and now you're like, no, pick this one. So
yeah.
I don't really appreciate that, but it's fine. I won't penalize anybody for being tenacious in one of their email picked from the pile and put at the top. Yes. Fran, we do have a Tales from the Hood that's been specifically requested. It was written directly to you, I assume. I haven't read through it, but based on the topic and based on you reaching out to me ahead of the show, I assume it really is speaking directly to you. So this, our very first Tale from the Hood. Also, before we get into it, affirmativemurder@gmail.com. Get those tales in, audio or written-wise. However you want to get them in is your choosing, and whatever you feel most comfortable with. Last week, we played some live ones from CrimeCon, so shout out to everybody that participated at CrimeCon. It wasn't as many as I would have liked. A lot of people got scared, didn't want to jump on the mic in the moment. They said they'd come back, and it didn't pan out. A lot of people just, couldn't step up. People weren't standing on business when they came and saw us face-to-face, but it's whatever. I don't hold it against you. The people that did, we appreciate it. Anyway, like I said, affirmativemurder@gmail.com. Get those Tales from the Hood in ASAP. Fran, this one is called TFTH Graveyard Edition.
Ooh.
I don't have a, but never mind. I'm still getting used to the new sounds on my soundboard. The most golden one?
Can I get to the young?
That's just a hit. All right, let's get into it. Hi, Alvin and Fran. Let me start off by saying I'm not proud of myself for the things that I'm about to tell you. I was a poor college student and I needed a job. With my father passing away on 9/11, geez, is it related or unrelated? I'd love to know that follow-up email. Like, due to the circumstances of 9/11 or just happened to die on 9/11? I'd love to. Anyway, my mother was left to work and didn't want to dampen my dreams of becoming a biomedical engineer. Shout out to my black sisters in STEM. Yes, science, technology, engineering, and math, I believe is each one of those. And she was a mother of 4, so any steady income would do at that time of my life. Anyway, my college roommate and I were always looking for odd jobs that we could keep through college, and we found a pretty well-paying gig that was as a nighttime funeral maintenance worker.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you the name or location, but please know this. This is a common practice amongst funeral homes.
Okay.
These folks are all about the money.
Of course.
Now, I never actually exhumed a body. However, my friend and I were coming for our shifts and would have to move a tombstone or headstone or refill a hole. Yes, these holes were large enough to fit caskets in case you're wondering. It was either one of us or both of us, some nights when it was 2 of us working. After working there for a few weeks, you know the plot's like the back of your hand. So sometimes I would ask, hey, what happened to that body that was buried over there? Oh my God, I see where this is going. Okay, all right, okay. I would get some random excuse like, oh, we buried it in the wrong spot, like we were dumb or something.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we would even get the excuse where some folks didn't pay their rent money, in quotes, and then laugh about it, which was completely disrespectful to the family and the loved ones. Also, on gossip breaks, the full-time employees would joke about how some folks weren't even buried at the locations. It was explained that the actual bodies were in one undisclosed location and tombstones in the other. That part is more often than you would think, with older graveyards and because of the integrity of the actual ground. What can I say? It's a money-making business. The more business you get, or in this case, the more ground you have, the more money you make. I did a little research when I worked there, and I also noticed that this graveyard was in an area of low socioeconomic status, and I am sure that had something to do with this.
Absolutely.
In case you were wondering, I worked there part-time for my junior to senior years. We made about $700 a week. Well, that's not bad at all. Which covered our off-campus housing and food. Like I said, the money was good, and all that digging kept us in shape. I hope this wasn't too long. I tried to keep it to the point. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to talk about this. If you have any questions, I will try to answer them promptly. Love the podcast. I actually have another TFTH that has to do with a murder, but I'll write that later. Be safe and get cremated. Bree. Changed my name just in case someone from college listens. Yeah, shout out. I don't.
Shout out to Bree.
What do you feel like she's saying there?
No. What do
Everything
you? What do you feel like she's saying there? Because you know what my stance is, but I want to know how you. I want to know what.
I feel like she's saying that she worked at a shady graveyard that was moving plots around.
Yeah, all of them shady, but yeah, sure.
So did you want me to read that because you feel like that like boldens your whole?
Yes, because that's
theory?
normal practice. That's what happens. Look, I told this when we was at the last show in Portland. Shout out to the Growler
guys, yes,
Growler guys pub or bar, whatever it is. Anyway, shout out to the people in Portland.
Whatever it is, it's a brewery.
Yeah,
a brewery.
When I was there, I told them, I said, "Hey,
no, say it, a brewery,
a brewery,
a brewery,
no, a brewery." When I told them, I said I went to go visit my brother's gravesite, and it was just a shit show. I went again Sunday, just past Sunday. When they go drive around again, because last time I went it was kind of dark, but I went again Sunday, and it was like some spots because my brother's wife told me like the place closed, so I had to go past there when I went again. And some of the plots were just like there's like hills of just fresh dirt next to him. It's like, but it's like why? And the place is not kept up. It's tall. It's tall. The grass is all tall everywhere. And then the shit is all lumpy, and then you got a fucking what's the shit they use to dig up the
like an excavator?
Sometimes they use it like some type of big machine. I don't know what it's
like
called.
a ditch digger, like
one of those.
Yeah.
One of those sitting in the middle, just like on top of people's grave sites. Like,
out in plain sight.
It's out in plain sight.
Fresh dirt patches everywhere.
They got the cement blocks that the casket goes in before they put it in the ground. They got those just sitting out. Some of them are broken. It's like, what the hell is going on here? It's just, I'm like, man, there's no way, man. There's no way. I can't even find my brother's grave site. I can't even find it.
I don't know what you want from me, man. Listen, I've told you I'm open to the idea of shady graveyards, but I don't know how many times you want to start a fight and you want me to reiterate that this whole thing originally stemmed from you saying that there are no bodies in graveyards. The whole thing's a sham. It's not true. They don't really put them down there. And now somebody comes along and says, hey, I was working at a shady graveyard. We used to flip plots, take bodies and put them somewhere else. Listen, I'm not saying that through your insanity, you didn't stumble into something that really may be going on in these graveyards. But that wasn't your original point. I just want to really.
Okay, but what is the difference between me saying
because you asked me to take this email, put it to the top of the pile because you want to like rub it in my face that you have.
I'm not rubbing it in your face.
Nah, it's what you're doing.
I just want you to. No. This is what I want you to do. I want you to put on your Lunafull hat.
It's on. It's on.
Take this route with me and go like.
I'm on the ride, man. But my whole point is you aren't driving. My point is you aren't driving.
No. Then who's driving then?
I don't know. Whoever keeps giving you these different emails and stuff.
Because what happens is every time I bring this up and I go, bro, why don't you believe anything I'm saying? I'm on to something. And you go,
I've never said that. Check the tape. Check the tape. Check the tape. I've never said that.
No. I want to remind people this stems from you originally saying that there is no bodies in graveyards. That's you. That's what you said.
Terrible impression.
Bring it up. That's how you sound.
It's a terrible impression of me.
Well, that's how you sound. I'm sorry. And you don't want to believe. Just believe it.
That's not true. Check the tape. I will implore anybody listening to check the tape. I've never said I don't believe anything that you're saying. What I'm saying is that's not what you said. That's all I'm saying. I believe this girl. She says she worked at a graveyard. These things are crazy. That's crazy. That's cool.
I didn't say for you to believe her. I said, once you believe what I'm saying.
What are you saying? I read her words.
I told you many times what I'm saying. I told you.
Which is what?
Which is, what do you want me to say? Did I want? There's
What
nobody
is
else you want me to say?
what is what is what is
No,
the
no.
what is the
I'm
point? Yes.
not-
What is your
I'm
point?
not-
What is your
I'm not
point?
gonna keep regurgitating. No, because you know what I said. I'm not.
I know what you said. I do know what you said. I just said what you
Why do
said.
you want me to
So
repeat
what
it?
are you saying today that I don't? What won't I believe? Tell me what I won't believe right now. Say it.
You won't believe. No, you're trying to set me up. I'm not an idiot.
I'm
You're
not
trying to
set you up. What won't I
No,
believe that comes
I'm
out of your
not
mouth?
doing that. I'm not
Have it
talking
come out of
about
your
that.
mouth right now. What won't I believe?
Let's go to the next email. No, because you try to set me up and you think I'm stupid.
That's
I'm
a
not,
great-
and I know what you're trying to do.
That's a great email from quote unquote Bree. Thank you very much, Bree, for writing that in. We really appreciate it. And you're awesome. Thank you so much. Our next email is from a listener who was at our live show, just getting around to this email that is right after the live show from somebody that was at the live show.
Okay.
So this email says, please do not use my name. Technically, this isn't my story, but since I was involved, I figured I could tell it discreetly. As I write this, your Portland live show is only a couple of weeks away, and I am so fucking excited I cannot stand it. I bought 2 tickets, even though no one else I know listens. I figured if I can't force someone to come with me, at least I'll have an empty seat next to me for my elbow room. Anyway, so it's summer 2009, and I'm living in a small town of Bremerton in Washington State. My sister is living in the same town and struggling with some addiction issues. At this time, she had been earning money through sex work for about a year. I didn't agree with it, but she's my little sister, and I'm going to be there for her when I can. I don't see her too often because, well, her lifestyle. But on this particular day, when she called to see if she could stop by, she sounded super distressed and insisted that she needed to see me right away. I agree, and she's at my door 15 minutes later. She asked if she could talk to me privately, away from my kids, who were pretty young at the time. We go in my room, and she begins to tell me about a John that she met about an hour ago, who asked her if she knew anyone that would let them have sex with her kid or with their kid. That's dark as shit. Okay. Okay, this is getting dark, but I want to continue. What? She wrote. That's all I could say as she told me what this John wanted to do. He was an older white guy, claimed it was no big deal, and that he arranged something like this before with a sex worker in another town. He said he would give her $100 for setting it up and their parent $100 for allowing it.
What?
What this is somebody taking advantage of people who are in the darkest point and lowest point of their life.
Yeah.
Her sister's clearly going through a rough time, and he looked at her and said, "You're pathetic enough in life that $100, you'll do anything I want for you. You'll do anything I want you to do for $100." That's incredibly disrespectful and disgusting. He wanted a girl between the ages of fucking 10 and 14. He said he had pills he could provide the girl to ease her pain, and that before, this is really fucking gross and dark. And that before he would pay them, either my sister or parent had to engage in something sexual with the girl first, so he could be sure the cops weren't involved. And just so far, this email, based on the description and what this guy's saying, at least this is secondhand information, but it sounds like this guy's definitely done this before. Like he said, I believe when she says, her sister said, this guy, he's like, yeah, I've done this before. This is like the standard setup. Because that little detail there where it's like, I need you to arrange for this to happen, and then I need you to do something to the kid too. That way, because a cop wouldn't do that. I know it's not a sting operation. That's dark. This whole thing is dark. I'm going to continue to read the email, but this might be the darkest email we've ever gotten, and I'm not even finished yet. This is like, wow. My sister said she was so fucking stunned that all she could say was, yeah, I don't know. I'll see what I can do. Whole time, she said in the back of her head, she was thinking, I got to tell my sister. She'll know what to do. I thought that was sweet. Sure, yeah, that's sweet. So I pick my mouth up off the floor and yell for my significant other, who's now my ex, whose dad is a police officer in our town. I quickly tell them the story and say, call your dad. They do. And off duty and all, he comes over and my little sister tells him the story. He was so kind and about business. He told her she was very brave and did the right thing by telling me. He gave us a number to a detective and told us to get a hold of him right away. We called the next day, and he had us down in the police station that day, giving my sister a script and telling her to call the John while they recorded the call. My sister was very nervous and worried that she wouldn't be able to sound believable, and she started to cry, saying she couldn't do it. I grabbed her face and I said to her, "This guy's a fucking monster. If he's done this before, he'll do it again, whether you help him or not." Imagine that's your daughter or mine and that motherfucker with his hands on them. You can fucking do this. You have to fucking do this. You're fucking doing this. And she did. And she did great. And he believed her 100%. She arranged for a meeting in a few days at a local gas station, and she said that she'd have the girl and her father with her, and he better have the money. $200 fucking dollars. I waited for what seemed like hours and hours to hear back from her. Finally, she was at my door, tears streaming down her face, and she said, "I did it. They got him." And we hugged, and I told her how proud I was and what an amazing thing she had done. Geez, I'm over here getting emotional just writing this, LOL. But it was truly amazing. In the throes of a major addiction, she was able to know what that man was doing was disgusting and fucking wrong. And instead of just saying no and moving on, she told and she worked with the police, who she typically avoids at all costs, to fucking get him. She was a hero in my eyes. So anyway, the man admitted everything, but tried to say that he wasn't going to go through with it. And get this, he was only sentenced to like 45 months in prison, which after good time would be less than 3 years. Sickening. My sister has since gotten clean. Yay! And as I think about it now, we have never, ever talked about it again. Anyway, sorry so long. I tried to be as brief as possible. I know you don't read the articles, but I sent the link anyway, LOL. Can't wait to see you guys in Portland. This is going to be the highlight of my year. Hey, listen, man, shout out to this person. I'm not going to say their name, but I know who they are. They were at the show, and I believe she was there with someone, so that ticket got put to use. She did not have her elbow room that she was hoping to have, but I'm sure companionship is always better. What a story that was. Fran, what are your thoughts on that? Wow.
That was crazy, man.
Very.
That was nuts. I think that, like, shout outs to, it was her sister, right? That got clean?
Her sister, yes.
Shout out to her sister for getting clean, man, because that's a big deal. But for her to go to the police and gotta, I'm sure she had a wire on, right?
Yep.
The wire on, and that's bravery to a new level, man, because a lot of people wouldn't be able to do that because he'd be scared because obviously what she does for a living or whatever, that's tough. That I commend her 100%.
Also, what a dark world. What a dark world that you end up in where somebody even comes and says something like that to you. That's nuts,
Yeah.
That's the most insane part to me, that somebody would even think that you're a person to proposition for something like that. What does that say about me?
Right. Yeah.
I just thought that was
he's off the streets, though, so that's really all that matters.
Well, he was off the streets briefly. This was 2009. This guy's out again. This was 2009. He got 45 months.
Hope he fixes his ways.
I hope so, too. That was, wow. Absolutely insane story. Affirmative Murder is brought to you by Kickoff. Have you ever gone up to a vending machine and seen a Rice Krispie treat hanging by the edge of its life? And you know that if you buy the Rice Krispie treat behind that, you'll have become a vending machine master, pulling off the 2-for-1 special, the ultimate beating of the system. That is until Kickoff came into existence. When it comes time to buy a home, a car, or find a new apartment, a bad credit score can be a big roadblock. But Kickoff found a way to beat the system with a fast and easy way to build credit up safely each month. Sign up for a monthly plan in minutes and start building credit right away for as low as $5. Listen, folks, credit is complicated, but one thing I know for sure about it is that a good score is necessary in life. You can use AutoPay to build your credit while you sleep and never have to worry about missing a payment. So if your credit score could use a little TLC, which whose couldn't these days, join the over 1 million people who are building their credit with Kickoff right now. Get your first month for $1 off at getkickoff.com/AMP today. That's Kickoff at getkickoff.com/AM as in, man, my credit's fantastic. P. This special offer applies to new Kickoff Premium customers for their first month only and is subject to approval and only available on getkickoff.com/AMP. Terms of offer are subject to change. let's do one more before we get out of here. This one is called Lint Laced Blunt.
Excuse me?
Yeah, lint, like I guess what's on a shirt. Lint Laced Blunt.
Okay. All right.
Lint Laced Blunt. Lint Laced Blunt. It's like something you do before you go out and do a performance on stage. Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather. Lint Laced Blunt. Lint Laced Blunt. Lint Laced Blunt. Lint Laced Blunt. Sibilance. Okay, anyway, before we even get started, the person goes, everyone's name has been changed, including mine, for the story.
Was that in all caps?
No, I just read it very
Wait,
intense.
really?
Yeah, it was a little intense. Oh, sorry. I'm excited. I didn't mean to come in so hot. But anyway, I'm very excited to write to you guys about this. Now, funny life lesson I witnessed. To preface this, I have been sober for over 3 years now, but I have a pretty seedy past. Okay, all right. We love an honesty queen or king. I don't really know what this person's ethnicity or gender is because they didn't say. Anyway, so I had this rule when I was out there. I'm guessing out there they mean, doing their thing.
Yeah.
If I didn't buy it, I never took it, no matter if it was weed or anything else, which served me very well earlier in my life when all of my friends decided to do an ounce rotating and passed blunt after blunt around. I ended up bringing my own stuff and didn't share. Everyone woke up with the worst stomach bug they've ever had because someone ended up being sick and I was the only one who didn't catch it.
You gotta only do that with people you trust, man. You really gotta trust.
Listen, bro. Ever since I found out how many people in like life have herpes, I'm like, even if I trust you, you're my friend. Like, I don't know. I just I don't want to share spoons, forks, blunts. I don't want to share anything. I got my own thing. You got your own thing. It was cool, because and also sometimes people want to party harder than you. They might sprinkle a little something extra, turn up to put some extra sauce on the blunt, dip it in some embalming fluid, and don't tell you. Now you're on the sherm sticks, butt naked.
You drunk out of the same cup before? What trying to say?
All right, well, you're my man. You're my man. I'm saying a blunt circle is like a lot of people. I don't know if I trust 5 people.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. We couldn't be in the group.
Yeah,
of
me and you
people.
could pass. We were in Portland.
Yeah.
Me and you
Just
passed. Some medicinals.
Damn, I thought we was boys. You can't share the blunt with me.
Me and you passed some medicinals, but we're talking about blunt circles and more than 3 people and all.
I would why would you even? You should know me, even if we're not close friends like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you should know me well enough to know I'm not down for this. I don't want to share anything. Come off on anything because some of those people are friends of your friend.
Right.
I know you. What you indulging when we? I'm saying we're not doing.
Yeah. This is mine. You get your own.
You get your own.
Yeah. So
stay in your circle.
All right. So this person did not catch whatever stomach bug they caught off smoking the sticky icky. So they go on to say, well, that made me stand on that principle until I stopped doing all that. So now to the main story. Me and 2 of my friends used to go hang out with this guy called Diablo in the Trap Shack. Oh my God. What
Trap Shack?
This episode's nuts, man. They used to hang out with a guy named Diablo in the Trap Shack. I've never even heard that terminology before. I actually kind of like it. So they used to hang out with this guy. He gave himself that nickname, by the way, for sure. Diablo. And you guys are nice enough to call him that.
Is he like that though? Does he live up to his name? Because you walk around a name like that, you got to be like.
You have to be a murderer. Like you have to be like the most dangerous person.
You got to be out here.
Yeah, my name is Diablo.
Doing crazy shit.
Yeah,
he's not even Hispanic. He might just be.
He just is a white guy. Yeah, my name's Diablo. They're from like Palo Alto, California. Yeah, my name's Diablo. Yeah, for sure. My name's Diablo. They call me Diablo.
Bro, I'm not calling you that.
Yeah, it's the same. No, your name's Derek or whatever this thing is. Whatever the D is from is definitely something with a D.
Your name is Drew. I'm not calling you. I'm calling you Drew because that's your name.
So the Trap Shack kind of operated like a drug McDonald's, and he'd also do sales out of the window. What the hell?
Like a drive-through?
Yeah, that's crazy. Drive-through crack rock, or I don't know what they're selling here, but like that's crazy. Hopefully, just weed.
You got a mic?
No, the headset on. Welcome to the Trap Shack. Can I help you? It's like, yeah, can I get 2 rocks?
2 rocks?
One ecstasy, a quarter ounce of rainbow kush. I'll be 78.45. Pull up to the next window. And it's fucking Diablo there.
That's crazy.
This is nuts. The Trap Shack is crazy.
Drive through drug.
It's also making me want to start up a fast food chain of restaurants. I don't know what we will sell there, but we got the name and we have the aesthetic too.
Yeah.
Bando.
It's like, but
fake
it's all
broken
like,
windows.
It's all like, it's like wood fucking pieces hanging off.
Yeah, so yeah, welcome to the Trap Shack. It's like this place has an F one from the Board of Health for sure. But that's what we're going for. We want it to look disgusting.
What look disgusting.
But the food is crazy. The food is like Michelin star, like it's exquisite, like French cuisine, like beautiful, like art. They take the sauce and they make cool art designs on the plate, but you have to eat it like in the most like it smells like mop water.
All the food names are like drug names.
Yeah, what's that shit that people used to eat people's faces off? The bath salts. That like
bath salt fries.
Bath salt. The bath salt bisque.
Bisque.
So this place operated like a drug McDonald's. So we're in the Trap Shack chopping it up with Diablo, and all is good in the world. It's not. I'm picturing your surroundings, and all is not good in the world. First of all, you're in a shack. You're hanging out with a guy named Diablo. You guys are definitely like living in a way where you maybe not shower for a couple of days because you're just too busy having fun doing extracurriculars. So all is good in that way, I guess. If you
places get robbed, be
that part too. Like, I mean, Omar from The Wire was literally he robbed drug dealers. He was like Robin Hood. So that part, at any point, somebody could kick your door down with a shotgun in the Trap Shack, put all you guys down on the ground, use zip ties to tie you up. All is not good, person. I don't know this person's name, but all is not good. But I guess you know something. All is good when you got what you need, whether it's weed, coke, whatever it is your choice. If you got that, then all is good, I guess. So yeah, like I said, all is good. They go, I'm a little on alert because I did substances with my other friends and I had no idea I'm a little on alert because I did substances with I'm a little on alert because I did substances my other friends had no idea I was doing, and Diablo was the guy I got them from. So all of them are like, yeah, smoking weed or whatever, and she's like on oxys or something that they don't know she does, but Diablo knows because he's her supplier. So Diablo has all the secrets. I'd usually come chop it up with them to keep up relationships. Well, in comes these two dudes I've never seen before. My other friend, Harper and Fiona, were absolutely blitzed. These dudes come in telling us how fine we are. One guy pulls a blunt out of his pocket and asks if we want to smoke with him. I say, nah, man, I'm good on smoking that pocket blunt. It's probably laced with lint for all I know. So a little clever joke. Like it's probably laced, but with lint because it was in your pocket. Yeah. Which is a joke, but they probably meant, I think that blunt's probably laced with something more dark, but I'm not going to call you an angel dust head. I'm not going to call you a dust head. So I'll just say it's probably laced with some pocket lint or something. Probably laced with nickels. So I'll pass. Either way, I'll pass, though. Everyone laughs at her great joke. Yes, everyone laughs. And then Harper and Fiona say they'll go and smoke with him. I was sketched out, but they were grown. So what am I going to do? They go and smoke, and they come back acting real weird. And I'm not talking about they're just riding a weed high and struggling. They seemed loopy. Mind you, we didn't drink that night, so I know they weren't crossfaded.
That's when you
smoke and drink.
And drink? Crossfaded?
I remember I was 16 one time. I got crossfaded and tried to play GTA. I threw up all over this kid's house. This is just a kickback. It was like 3 of us there. This wasn't a party. We were just sitting around playing video games, having a good time.
Dudes.
Just dude it out. Just dude it out. And I threw up everywhere. It was crazy. And I was like, my bad, man. I'll clean it up.
Bad? No, man.
What else am I supposed to say? I got some Comet.
My bathroom? No, we got my hands.
I got some Comet. Earth is my planet. Scrubbed it up. And, we continued on with the night. But
so what's up with you and like puking though? What's up with the stories for you? Is it like you have like aggressive?
I have a very weak stomach when it comes to like drug use.
But is it has like
and alcohol?
Is it just like being like thrown out your mouth? What is it? Why do you feel like every time you throw up it's always like a
it's when I get nauseous, when I get like the spins, any of those things from drinking too much or crossfading, it's like it's gotta come up now. And sometimes, obviously when I'm in these situations, I'm in like a social setting. So I try to fight it. And it's
you can tell something is like
whatever the throw up version of turtle heading is, that's what I do with throw up. I'm like
my mouth gets water. That's when I know. Like,
and that's when it's time to like, oh man, I'm gonna go run to the bathroom real quick. And you might sit in the bathroom for 20 minutes and throw up in your own time. Me, I'm like, no, I can swallow this down. I'm good. Like I'm not so. I mean, like literally, I won't even. I can fight this, and then I'll fight it. I start sweating. I start breathing out of my mouth. I'm like, yeah. And now I'm whatever. Again, I don't know the term for it, but now I'm turtle heading. But like with like it's right there, and now I'm like, I gotta go right now.
Yeah.
And then somebody might crack a joke, and somebody go, ha, and now there's throw up in my mouth. Because it was right there, and I tried to push it. And I was like, no, that's not going to happen. And then it does happen.
What's that? What's that, brother?
No, man, that's gross.
Yeah, listen. Yeah, well, that's just how it goes. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not here to be judged.
Stop waiting till the last minute and just go, man. Why are you fighting it?
Because I feel like I can fight. I can. What do they call it? Manning up. I'm toxic masculinity. I can man up. I'm not gonna. It's not gonna happen tonight. And usually it doesn't. A lot of times it doesn't. But then I have a couple of stories where it did happen.
Yeah.
And it always is projectile.
Projectile. It's always in a little cup in your hand.
Yeah. Oh, I've discreetly vomited a few times in my life. Like a plastic Solo cup and just like turn around, fill the cup up, go throw it in the trash. None's the wiser.
Crazy.
None's the wiser. I'm good. Listen. Until obviously at that guy's house, he knew I threw up everywhere. So he knew. But a lot of times nobody ever will see that I did it.
Well, didn't you like show up to some girls with like vomit on your pants?
We don't have to get back into, we don't have to go down the memory lane of my throw up moments. We don't have to do that. But I'm familiar with that story, yes. And maybe we'll tell it again. I'm sure I've told it before. Maybe I'll tell it again Sunday. But
you should have told it before.
Today's not the day. so anyway.
Shorts and like a dress shirt.
Like, what are you? It was a Halloween costume. I was a mobster. When I showed up to her house, I was like a guy in a dress shirt and basketball shorts and like dress socks and dress shoes. And she's like, what is this? So I was like, nah, it's just been a crazy night.
Car full of throw up.
It stinks in here. What is that? I was like, I don't know. I think that's the area.
Ow, my stomach.
I think that's just like, it does stink around here. I think it's just where we are. So anyway, so her friends were definitely not crossfaded. Well, then Harper starts throwing up, and the guy who she smoked off of offered to take her into the main house. What are they? What is the? Is the Trap Shack like a compound? Or where are they? The main house?
Or is it like a
several homes?
That's crazy.
It's like we got the Trap Shack all wrong. It's like 3 mansions.
What if the main house is like a fucking just like a vacant house? It's like what is like it's been like renovated and they like squatters or some shit.
I mean, possibly. Main house is just such a funny word to use when we're talking about trap houses and drug dealers.
What is the main house?
The main house. So he offered to take her to the guest house. Like, wait. So the Trap Shack has a guest house? So we took her to the in-law suite. You're like, what kind of house is this? Is it a nice house or is it a Trap Shack? So yeah, he offers to take her to the main house. And this is where I stepped in because hell no, Mr. Pocket Blunt. So I said, nah, man, she looks like she needs to go home. So we're just going to go. To which he replies, nah, man, don't cut the fun short. My jaw clenched because obviously there was only one fun he was thinking about. Yeah, so I said, nah, man. I love that they keep calling each other man. So I said, nah, man, she's not having any more fun, or she's not having fun anymore, and I don't even like fun. We're going. And with that, we left. I went to Walmart the next day and stole a drug test for one of them to take, and bingo, bango, they failed for opioids. So moral of the story, don't accept pocket blunts or anything that you didn't bring and test out first. Don't even take an open drink unless you seen someone open it. This message is for females and males because it can happen to anybody. Thank you very much to that person. Again, they did not put their name.
I mean, like, that sucks, but like, good thing it was like that and not like fentanyl.
Right? Yeah, for sure. Definitely. But lacing the weed blunt with opioids is I don't know if that's just like standard play these days, but that's like, damn, man. Like, why are you trying to fuck the vibes up?
Yeah, when like during the summertime and I get like I'm at work and I get like bottles of water, I always like hold them up to my ear.
Yeah. Test the crack.
The crack, yeah.
If it
don't play that shit, man.
If it don't crack, it's going back.
I remember somebody gave me a cup of water one time.
Like,
I said,
thank you. Over the shoulder.
Fuck out of here.
Look like? First of all, I don't know if there's a city punch. I don't know where you got this from. What's your source? What is your water source? I don't really understand. You know, I'm not drinking tap water in the wild. I'll drink tap water at my own house, but don't come give me a glass of water.
I don't want a cup of water. No.
What is this?
Oh, thank you.
What it look like?
Cup of water is nuts.
That's insane. And then now I'm supposed to walk around with a cup of water walking down the street?
Well, yeah.
Just
I'm not
aside from
bringing
how
away
dangerous it is, like,
Yeah.
what am I? What? This isn't even like secure.
Like a styrofoam cup of water. It's like, I'm an adult. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do?
Bro,
with this?
man, just fucking give me enough water like I just came from playtime. Come on, man. What are you doing? I'm in my 30s. Anyway, folks, listen, affirmativemurder@gmail.com, Tales from the Hood. We would love to hear from you guys. Get those emails in ASAP. I want to give a thank you to everybody who participated in this week, specifically the person who came out and visited us out in Portland. That was an intense email. Took some wild turns. It's a dark, crazy world out there. Friend, do you have any messages? What's the lesson you learned this week?
Oh man, this was easy though, man. This was don't take no late. Don't share drugs, man. You see somebody offer you some drugs, you're like, nah,
I got my own.
it ain't happening. No, thank you.
I got
never
my own.
know.
I got my own opioids. Bing, and then you wink, and then
You just never know, man.
or what's that? No, brother, you got to find your own. Bing. Then you wink at them, and then one gold tooth smile, and then you walk into the trap shack. But yeah, no, listen, I don't recommend it, but again, shout out to whoever reached out to Fran to be like, hey, can you put my email to the top of the pile because it's about cemeteries? I don't respect that kind of dark arts and voodooery. Is that a word?
Please do that.
And voodooery, but it was a good email. I am not anti this conspiracy theory or this whatever you want to call it, but I just want to make it clear one last time, when this whole thing came to fruition and came to be, we all know what he originally said. But I'm here for it today. I'm here for it today.
Hey, if you have an email that you know I'm alike, hey, go let me know. Get it to the top. You be on the next episode of TFTH.
You're setting a bad precedent here, but okay.
How? I'm not.
Because it ruins the integrity of the system.
What system? What system? What?
The
First come, first serve?
the random chaos system. It works for us. Now people are going to be trying. It's going to become payola. People are going to be sending you Reese's cups to get their emails read. It's just you're setting up for something dark to happen, and we're not going to have any integrity by the time it's all said and done.
Look, you want to be on the most recent up and coming TFTH episode. Let your boy know. I get you to the front of the line like do at the club.
Well, this has been another episode of Affirmative Murder, the mini-sodes. I've been Alvin Williams. And Fran, one last time, what was that lesson?
Don't take drugs from other people, man. No, don't do that.
Don't do it. Just say no to other people's drugs. Yeah, see you guys next time. That's a terrible lesson for kids. And listen, the kids, don't do drugs. Stay safe. Don't do drugs.